Hello Yu-Gi-Ohs! We are back making this channel active after, I don't know when the last time I posted something was, that's how bad it is. But we are back, well hopefully we're back. I had a little time, so I decided to do a deck profile on this channel because it's been a very long time since I did one. And from the this, you can probably tell it's gonna be a Harpie deck profile. This is one of my favorite decks of all time. And it's actually decent right now, in the world of pendulums Yu-Gi-Oh now is in, because this deck can break scales without having to rely on NMST. So without further ado, here is my deck list. I play Triple Chandler. This is pretty standard. This gets all your rank 4s going. This gets your graveyard set up. Harpie Chandler, guys. Triple Harpie Queen. This is also pretty standard. I mean, she gets your field spell. It's like super fast. She also, it's really cool because she also creates like a graveyard setup immediately. You pitch her as a cost, so even if like they negate it, you still have this in graveyard for your like institution plays, or like a start party play immediately. And then we have the new girl on the block, Triple Harpist. They shouldn't exist the last time I did a Harpie profile, but she essentially is this deck's version of Sangan. This will fetch you a Harpie Chandler. So that you can have one ready for your next turn usage. I only play 2 Dancer now. I don't think this card is great in like maxed out, simply because it gets cloggy. Like, she gets cloggy if you draw into too many copies of her. She's only ever usable with like in conjunction with Hunting Ground, and once you see one, like once you like either draw one or like get one on the field. And assuming they don't warning or like do something to it, you're in pretty good shape. You don't ever want to see another one because it's gonna clog. Because she really doesn't do anything outside of Hunting Ground. And as for the regular Harpies, I played 2 Cybers, 1 Lady, 1. I think I might have said this before. I'm not sure. I might have to go rewatch my old videos. But I simply like Cybers more because they're a beat stick. So they're 2k under the field spell, whereas she's only 18 under the field spell. So she will always be able to run over stuff like Denko Seka. She will not. She can run over Thunder Kings under the field spell. She cannot. She's just a better top deck generally. But I still play 1 Lady 1 because she is good in combo plays. Being able to like push for extra like 300 damage on each Harpie can be game changing. And then that's it for the Harpie core. I do not play Pet Dragon because I think rank 7s are not worth the space in the extra deck. Rank 4s can do anything rank 7s can do outside of like maybe Big Eye. So it's really not worth playing the Pet Dragon. And as for spells, like I mentioned earlier, the Hunting Grounds, this is what you break scales with, and your opponent just sits there and watches you break their scales unless they have an MST. Which, in that case, you're sad. But this also forces out a lot of back row. It's an excellent card. Next card is Hysteric Sign. This is your Rhoda of the deck. This fetches you 3 Harpie Ladies at the end of the turn. And also searches out you an Elegant Egotist. Sorry, Elegant Egotist. Can't say that right. You should only ever play 1. It's not that great of a card to begin with, and you only have 3 targets. I think the only reason I think Harpies even play this card is because this card can get this from deck or graveyard. So don't ever play more than 1. It's bad Yu-Gi-Oh! And then for my 1-ofs, I play the 1 Raigeki, 1 Soul Charge, and 1 Instant Fusion. You can... Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about them. They're pretty staple. I think you could probably take out Soul Charge for another Instant Fusion if you really like. But I opted to just play 1 of each because there are situations where you want to see a Soul Charge instead of Instant Fusion. On to traps, we have the Party. Sexy Pajama Parties. This is your win condition. This just spams your board with everything you have in your graveyard. And, if they don't like stop this card or like a response to summon like Bottomless Torrential, you're in super good shape. Next card I'm playing is 2 Storming Mirror Force. It's a good card right now. I mean, you couldn't obviously drop this for regular Mirror Force because this isn't expensive. Like, it's so expensive for no reason. But you could probably play Mirror Force over it. 2 Mind Crush. This card is almost always live. You know, with your opponent searching, with your Stormreaver forces and your Shidoris, you should always kind of have an idea of what your opponent might have in hand. So this is never dead unless you're playing the grind game, in case, good luck, because Harpies have a hard-ass time in the grind game. And next is 2 Phoenix Chains. It's alright. It's an alright card right now because of what we have in the meta, but it's still good against everything else. So it's still a solid trap. And then the rest of my traps are all 1-ofs. 1 Vanities, probably the best trap I think as of right now. It's might even be better than Warning simply because you don't have to pay 2k. But also, of course, you also play the Warning because Warning is also an exceptional trap card. The 1 Torrential, the 1 Compulse. I mean, that's pretty standard. And then I play the 3 Bottomlesses. I'm not sorry, 3 Trap Holes that consists of the Bottomless, the Time Space, and the Trap Tricks Nightmare. Trap Tricks Nightmare you can actually replace with the Time Space if you're playing like more meta. But I opted to just do 1 of each simply because you're paying a lot of life points in this deck. You have this, you have the Warning, you have your Soul Charge and Instant Fusion. That's just too much life points for my liking. So I just opted 1 for each. And then I can show you extra deck. I mean, the extra deck is pretty standard. You have your 1 Norden for Instant Fusion. I play 3 Chidori. You could drop it to 2, but honestly, I always love this card because it's able to spin a set card, which is like, there's sometimes, because there's no other way to get rid of set cards. I mean, extra deck wise, anyways. So he not only does get rid of set cards, he also will you know, spin back a face-up card, which is super. I played the 1 Zerifine. This is a skill drain on crack for your opponent's board, and also becomes pretty beefy. 1 Castell, because Castell's good. Same thing with 101. And the Cowboy. And the Abyss Dweller. And now this is where it gets a little tricky. I play the Talamos and the Costello Diamond. And that's all. I don't play the rank 5s to rank him up. I actually just play him really just for the diamond play because it's an amazing floodgate monster. You know, just stick this against Infernoids or like Light Sworns and just watch some not play Yu-Gi-Oh! But you can definitely, by all means, put Deltros in here, put your Pleiades in there, and then when Infinity comes out, put stuff a Nova in here and Infinity. Have fun with that. Because I play like 4, I call these like the filler extra deck monsters because I don't have anything really much better than them. You have the Ragnar Zero, the Rhapsody, the Steelstorm Roach, and the Heartland Draco. There's probably better stuff than them, but I just couldn't think of anything else I wanted to use. I guess you could also use like Dark Rebellion, XYZ Dragon, but I know those are the options I chose to use. So yeah, that is the extra deck and main deck. Side deck wise, you can actually put there's a lot of side deck options you can use. There's one side deck option I want to speak about particularly. This is my side deck right now, but this card, Anti-Spell Fragrance, is definitely a card you should max out in your side deck, especially in Harpies. Not only do you stop pendulums, you slow down all your opponent's spells, and then you're able to pop them all with Honey Ground. Funny thing was that even before like a pendulum format, this card was good in Harpies against like Necros because they would set all the ritual spells and you could just pop them 1 by 1 and they won't be able to summon anything. So definitely look into that. And I think that's all I have to say about this deck. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want. Have a good day.